if I make the shot, you have to subscribe. Subscribe. So here are the rules. The rest of the playoffs will be simulated with watersports.com. Go check out the website and go use it to simulate games. Rule number 2, to decide the 8 seeds, we will be doing a tournament for the 8 seeds to see who goes to the playoffs. And rule number 3, every playoff round will be a best of 7. So enjoy. So welcome to the 2020 NBA playoff simulation presented by watersports.com. So first off, we're going to be doing a 8 seed tournament. See who the 8 seeds are. It really stinks for the East because it's only one game, and whoever wins will be crowned as the 8 seed. And on the other side, we're going to try to find the 8 seed by, so the Suns have to win 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, 4 game, 5 games. The Grizzlies only have to win 1 game. Portland has to win 2. Pelicans have to win 3. The Kings have to win 4. And the Spurs also have to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spurs also have to win 5 games. So let's get right to the 8 seed tournament. So our first game is the Washington Wizards versus the Orlando Magic. And the Washington Wizards defeat the Orlando Magic by a score of 110-92 as the guests. They won by 18 points. And here are the stats of the game coming up right here. And here's the stats. Bradley Beal scored 16, but Thomas Bryant scores 20 points. He most likely wins player of the game. Yep, Thomas Bryant wins player of the game. Aaron Gordon scored 18. And yeah, let's get to the West. This is the west side of the bracket. So on the left side, that's the west side. Okay, let's get right into it. Our next game is the Spurs versus the Pelicans. And the Spurs win by 1 basket. Dang. So the Spurs will be now matching up against the Sacramento Kings, and the winner will go against the Pelicans in that game. And here's the stats here. Ricky Rubio scored 24. Mikal Bridges scored 21. Where's Devin Booker? 12. That's why they lost. And 31 for DeMar DeRozan. He wins player of the game. So the Phoenix Suns have been eliminated from the tournament. And our next game, the San Antonio Spurs up against the Sacramento Kings. And the final score of the game is 100-107 in favor of the Sacramento Kings. And here are the stats coming up right now. 100 points. DeMar DeRozan scored 26 again. No, he scored 31, I think, last game. Good game for DeMar DeRozan again. And now the next stat is going to be for their opponent, Sacramento Kings. Rashawn Holmes was player of the game. Dang, with 22 points. So now the San Antonio Spurs have been eliminated. And now it's the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Sacramento Kings. And the winner of the game is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans by a margin of 22 points. They had a great fourth quarter. Great game here, in my opinion. I want to see who the player of the game is. And there's the stats for the Sacramento Kings. Not that good of a game. I think Rashawn Holmes scored 2. Oh, look at that. Brandon Ingram scored 30 points, wins player of the game. Dang. And now the Sacramento Kings have been eliminated, and we'll be seeing the Portland Trail Blazers against the New Orleans Pelicans. And our next matchup is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans against the Portland Trail Blazers. And our first team to win this road in this tournament. And look at that. New Orleans Pelicans will go matching up against the Grizzlies. They went by 2 points. Not having that good of a fourth quarter, and look at this. This is stats for them. They didn't do that good. Zion Williamson actually scored 20 points. He's probably going to win player of the game, in my opinion. Let's see if he can win player of the game. No, it goes to Derek Favors for the New Orleans Pelicans. Damian Lillard scored 26. They had a good game, but Damian Lillard couldn't carry them. And there you go. Portland Trail Blazers have been eliminated. Our next matchup is the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And the score of our game is 111-102 in favor of the New Orleans Pelicans. Dang, the Grizzlies scored a lot in that last quarter. And here are the stats for the New Orleans Pelicans. And next up are going to be the stats for the Memphis Grizzlies right now. And Drew Holiday was player of the game. John Morant scores 14. Jaren Jackson Jr. scores 20 points. And look at that. The Memphis Grizzlies have been eliminated from the tournament. And here's the final updated bracket. So the New Orleans Pelicans will be the 8 seed in the West, and the Washington Wizards will be the 8 seed in the East. So here's the current NBA standings right now. So this is going to be what the bracket actually is. This is the West right now. Lakers number 1. Clippers number 2. Nuggets number 3. And then the East, the Bucks number 1. Raptors number 2. Celtics number 3. And here's the bracket of the seedings, like the official seedings, what they were before we changed it.
Round 1, fight.
Game 1. These are the Game 1 stats. Pause if you want to read them. Game 2. These are the Game 2 stats. Game 3. These are the Game 3 stats. Game 4. These are the Game 4 stats. Game 5. These are the Game 5 stats. Game 6. These are the Game 6 stats. Game 7. So for Game 7, there's only one Game 7 between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks playing in Los Angeles. So here are the stats for the only Game 7 in Round 1. So it's a really close game, but the Clippers win the game by 50 points. 132 to 82. And the Clippers absolutely destroy them. I did not see the one happening. And here are the stats for the game. Luka Doncic scored 22 points. Probably could have won player of the game, but Kawhi Leonard wins it with 21. No, not 21. With 28 points. 20 points. So there you go. The Clippers will advance to the next round. Here's the stats for the end of Game 7s. And yeah, this is the updated bracket. Let's go to round 2.
Round 2. Fight.
Game 1. These are the Game 1 stats. Pause if you want to read them. Game 2. These are the Game 2 stats. Game 3. These are the Game 3 stats. Game 4. These are the Game 4 stats. Game 5. These are the Game 5 stats. Game 6. These are the Game 6 stats. Game 7. Due to two Game 7s, both in the West, we're going to be seeing the scores of Game 7s. Surprisingly, both Lakers and Clippers are about to come back from a 3-1 lead, maybe. And the Clippers came back from a 3-1 lead. Oh my gosh. They won by 5 after they won by 5 against the Rockets. And here's the stats. Clint Capella was player of the game. I know he's not even on Houston, but it's not going to really affect the simulation. No, the Lakers choked it. They came back from 3-1 and then lost Game 7. Yikes. Here's the stats right here. Chris Paul scored 25, and LeBron scored 26, and they still lost. And here we go. Thunder and Clippers will match up against each other in the conference finals now. And here we go, round 3. So the final 4 is the 5 seed Oklahoma City Thunder against the 2 seed Los Angeles Clippers, and the 1 seed Milwaukee Bucks against the 2 seed Toronto Raptors. Let's get right to the conference finals. Round 3.
Fight.
Game 1. These are the Game 1 stats. Pause if you want to read them. Game 2. These are the Game 2 stats. Game 3. These are the Game 3 stats. Game 4. These are the Game 4 stats. Game 5. Game 6. So because two teams were facing elimination, we're going to see Game 6 just in case they lose. Just in case they lose Game 6. They might win though. And Milwaukee Bucks actually lose the game, so that means the Toronto Raptors will force 7. And here are the stats of Game 6. So the stats are Pascal Siakam was player of the game, and another game, and the Oklahoma City Thunder will force a Game 7. So we'll be seeing Game 7 there too. So it'll be a Game 7 in the West and a Game 7 of the East. And here are the stats of the game. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets player of the game. And here is what the bracket looks like now. The stats of Game 6s, and we're going to go to Game 7 now. Game 7. So this is Game 7. So the 2 winners of this game, of these games, they'll be matched up into the championship game. And, oh my gosh, the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to the championship. They win by 2 points in this game. That's a crazy finish. By 2 points on the road. Here are the stats of the game right here. And here's our other game. And the Milwaukee Bucks won by 9 points. Dang, they won by 9. It was overtime. It went to overtime. Oh my gosh. And Giannis Antetokounmpo was player of the game. So the finals are going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder up against the Milwaukee Bucks in the championship. So here's the updated bracket. Updated bracket right here. And we'll be seeing you in the NBA Finals up next.
Final round. Fight.
Game 1. And Game 1 goes to the Oklahoma City Thunder by 9 points. They did not have that good of a fourth quarter, but they had a good third quarter, second quarter, and a pretty good first quarter. Here are the stats of the game right here. Danilo Gallinari wins player of the game. So here's the updated bracket right now. The Oklahoma City Thunder lead the series 1-0. So here comes Game 2 up next. Game 2. And the Oklahoma City Thunder win this game by 3 points. They're going to go up to a 2-0 series lead. Need 2 more games to win the NBA championship in 2020. Here are the stats of the game. And here's the updated bracket. Updated bracket right here. Game 3. So in Game 3, the Milwaukee Bucks win the game by 7. So they will give themselves a win in this series to be down 2-1 now. Here are the stats of the game right here. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins player of the game. And here's the updated bracket. So we're going to see you guys in Game 4. Game 4. And Milwaukee Bucks won by 6. Wow. And we've had all of our rounds have had 7 so far. And Giannis Antetokounmpo wins player of the game. The Clippers 4-7 in the first round. And here's the updated bracket right here. So the Clippers 4-7 in the first round. In the second round, the Clippers 4-7 again, and the Lakers. And then the third round, both conference finals 4-7. With this finals 4-7, we'll see. So let's go to Game 5 right now. Game 5. And the Milwaukee Bucks win Game 5, which means that they were down 2-0 and now are up 3-2 and are one game away from an NBA championship for Giannis. Player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course. Fun fact, he has won every single play of the game for his team in the simulation. And currently, Milwaukee leads series 3-2. Here's the other bracket. Game 6 up next. Game 6. And the Oklahoma City Thunder win Game 6 by 13 points, which means that we have another Game 7, guys. Another Game 7. Here is the stats right here. And the stats, we will see Giannis scored 20 points. He's probably going to win another player of the game. No, he doesn't. Danilo Gallinari wins player of the game with 14 points. Here's the bracket. Game 7 up next, guys. Let's see who wins the championship up next. Game 7. It's over, guys. The Oklahoma City Thunder win the championship by 27 points. Close game, though. And I definitely do not agree with this. Chris Paul probably won player of the game for Game 7. Steven Adams won player of the game. Giannis, how many points did he score? 21. It's over, guys. Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA championship by a huge margin. As you guys can see, they're the new NBA champions 2020. Do you guys agree with this? Comment down below if you guys agree with this. So they're the new champions? Maybe? Comment down below if you guys agree with this. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder becoming the 2020 NBA Water Sports Simulation champions.